Having a snack right now. This is a yellow kiwi. I've never had a yellow kiwi until yesterday for the first time. And you know, I'm a person that eats pretty much everything. There are very few things that I do not like. But kiwis were one of those things that I just was like, I'm not really, like, I don't really get it. It's like not really that good, and it kind of like hurts my mouth a little bit. And I don't know. And then I went to Trader Joe's the other day. I saw these kiwis, and now I like kiwis. Like, what is that? Especially the yellow one. I don't know how different the yellow one is. I think this is like sweeter than the green one.
Yeah, the green one is like
more sour.
More sour.
But I'm a kiwi gal now, all in one bite. Mmm. It's so like refreshing.
It's so good, especially drinking water.
Mmm.
This video footage, as you say, it's been making the rounds, and he walks with a stiff gait, presumably because he has a rifle down his pants. He gets on top of the building, he takes the rifle out of his pants, and now he's able to walk more freely, and he crouches down and fires. And there are these casings. I'm not well versed enough to know what exactly those casings mean, what they're references to. I see that I've seen reports that they might have some connection to video games, but I don't know. But obviously they're of interest to the investigators. They have a
about this a ton on this channel here, but it's called the mirror exposure effect. And what the mirror exposure effect is a psychological phenomenon that says we as people, as humans, we associate frequency with trust. So the more often that we show up in front of people, the more often that they see us, the more they know us, the more they like us, and the more that they trust us. This kind of stems back to caveman days where if we saw something enough times and it didn't try to kill us or eat us, we assumed it was safe. Well, all of that programming, all of that evolution is carried forward to today. So now when we see things again and again and again, we naturally start to like things more, because we're familiar with them, they're less scary, and therefore we're more likely to trust them. So this is why that marketing rule of 7 is so important. This is why following up is so important. This is why making sure that you've got a solid email marketing strategy in place is paramount. It's crucial. Probably the second most important thing I could offer here. If the first one is to make sure that you get out of that minimum effective dose zone and into the sweet spot by doing more,
slash writer named Evan Ratcliffe disappeared. 2009. Okay, well, he tried to disappear. It was a challenge. He wanted to see, in the era of Facebook, Instagram, cell phones, security cameras on every street corner, he wanted to see if he could hide somewhere in the world without his readers finding him. He offered up $5,000 for anyone that could find him, and they had 1 month to do so. This was like a whole movement on social media. People were forming groups, like watchdog groups. They were forming Instagram pages. Everyone was trying to find him, not even just for the $5,000, but for the fact that they could. They wanted to prove something. He was found 3 weeks later by a team of civilians who were interested in the reward money. 3 weeks.
So did he post anything on social media during that time?
Yes, he left little nuggets here and there, but they weren't big. They were really not big at all.
Yeah.
Recent revelation that the Daily Mail serialized from this new book, A Royal Insider, was headlined, "I'd like to see my Platinum Jubilee. Can you keep me alive for that?" And this is Paul Burrell, who, remember, still has many close contacts who continued to work for the late Queen Elizabeth II until her dying days, describing in quite intimate details what happened, but also, very significantly, the chill at Balmoral when Prince Harry arrived after her death, even without Meghan Markle. Let me take you through some of the key extracts from this part of the book. Paul Burrell writes, after her own diagnosis just a few months later, the Queen swore everyone to secrecy. Only her immediate staff were informed. Her pages, her footmen, and her dresses were included in the circle of trust and did not tell a soul.
And then Julius started panicking, so he ripped Koa's pants off in the middle of the restaurant. And we're like standing up, and it's like this whole scene, and there's all the staff surrounding us, and like 15 people cleaning up the mess. It was like crazy.
Yeah, and I was like just tripping out, like my whole entire, like I felt like I was kind of in like a shock state. I was like, whoa, like what just happened? My whole entire body was hot. I started sweating. It was just a crazy moment. And from there, I don't think we'll probably go out to dinner or something like that soon, but
As a family?
Yeah, as a family, it's like you know what I'm saying?
Maybe the casual places. You know, like
we gotta
I
go
don't
to
know.
like some real chill, casual
places that are more loud too, because he's also in the stage where he just wants to talk so loud. He'll be like,
and be screaming.
da 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 da, like all loud.
Yeah, so
Sorry, headphone users.
yeah, sorry guys, but yeah, so I think we won't be going to any.
Though I have to tell you, one of the most depressing divorces I ever did was a guy who was, I think, 92.
Oh, geez.
And what made it depressing is that he had left his wife of, I don't know, 50-something, 60-something years for a younger woman, a woman in her 50s. And I just remember what was sad about it to me was this guy is still being led around by his dick. Like I thought, oh my God, like I'm gonna be chained to an idiot forever. Like I'm gonna forever be led around by my dick. And I remember thinking like, no, I really thought that at like 90-something, I would just, like a beautiful woman would walk by and I go, oh, there's a human being. Like there would be no...
You can appreciate it without...
Yeah, there would just be no sense of like, yeah, you know, that would be gone from me. And this guy's proof that 90-something years old and you're still thinking with your dick. Like
We're doomed.
That terrified me. It really did. It actually upset me.
He doesn't really drink. He eats well. He's playing the piano. He's writing. So that's really the tour life, you know, just which one are you on that spectrum? And I'm more towards Bert, and I'm worried because I'm going to die. But that's really what it is. Touring is grueling, and it looks fun. We show you Instagram of us on a jet or at the big arena with the chandelier and the curtains. But it's a lot of get up. What are we doing today? Oh, we got to go to the airport. Oh, the airport's in a different language. We got to figure this out. It's a lot of logistics, and that part sucks. But it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the reality from the outside is tons of travel, loads of packing and unpacking.
Yes.
Being in and out of hotels.
Nightmare. It's all a blur. It's like that montage in Fight Club where you're just going from place to place and you're like, who am I? Where am I? What's going on? I got to write a new joke. Is that joke? So you're on the flight, and any moment you have.
Keep this to yourself. Simon,
good to see you again.
Yeah, good to be here. I have to thank you first and foremost, and many reasons. You know, I'm a huge fan of all your work, but the conversation we had when we were over in LA was received so unbelievably well by the listeners on this podcast. It did millions and millions and millions of downloads in such a short space of time that I had to nag you to get you to come back again when you were here in the UK. So,
well, it's nice to be back, and it's nice to do it on your home turf.
Yeah, literally in my home.
Literally in your home.
There's so many things that I want to talk to you about, but one of the things that I was curious about, because I've been thinking a lot about this in my life, is this idea of our whys evolving.
Mm-hmm.
What is your why, and has it evolved over the last decade at all?
So my why is to inspire people to do the things that inspire them. So together, each of us can change our world for the better.
I want your viewers and listeners to understand something. Let's just say Palantir is the most evil thing on earth ever seen. It is the devil. Why do we all know about Palantir?
And not the other
but we don't know.
Yes, you're right.
We don't know about Microsoft, Google, and Amazon that are 90+% of the grid that's already there.
Right.
So we're all learning about surveillance and AI and social credit score and biometrics and social credit. We're already doing it. They're just bidding to get into the trough as a junior. And so I oppose what Palantir is doing.
And everyone else.
I oppose everyone else.
Of course.
I'm just saying it's become a distraction